Hello everybody, my name is Kelsey and this is my Flosstube channel, October Cove Stitches. I'm in a new spot on my living room floor today because I want to wear my glasses in my videos. I'm a glasses girl, but I cannot do it because the whole ring light situation and like this awesome glare that you get on it. So I'm like angling myself and trying to get some good light and we'll see what happens. These are me and my glasses. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here today. I kind of wanted to start off with getting into the whole, I'm kind of a new floss tuber, as you know, and I'm trying to figure out kind of the etiquette, guidelines, rules, best practice of the whole community, and trying to figure out the best way to kind of thank somebody for mentioning my videos in their videos. I feel like a lot of other people keep their cool with it, really nonchalant about it, but I'm not cool. And I can't keep my cool and my excitement when somebody else like that I admire watches my videos. So in Megan, the Wide-Eyed Stitcher's last video, she said some really awesome and nice things about me, and I can't like keep my excitement in. It was so sweet. I look up to her so much. Her finishing is amazing. She picks such unique projects. Her like fabric and floss choices are flawless. And I was just like so honored that she gave me just such a great shout out. And this was before I knew that when someone tags you in a video, it doesn't show up in your notifications, at least for what I can see, like it shows up on a separate tab that I've since learned. So just imagine my surprise when I was just like watching her video, just like stitching, like glancing up, listening, whatever. And all of a sudden I'm stitching and I hear my name. I'm just like, what? This is how not cool I am. I texted my mom about it and I made my husband watch her video. I don't know. I was so happy and it just meant a lot. And like it doesn't even stop there. And Helen D, the East Coast Stitchers last video, she also gave me a little shout out and recommended people come over here. Like, what? She is my tutorial queen. Like, she does, again, flawless finishes, so generous with her time and knowledge in making all these videos on how to finish your cross stitch projects. Like, I just love her so much. I think I kind of connected with her in her last video because she mentioned that she was a news gal, TV live news. And in another lifetime, I was a photojournalist for about 3 years, working in Iowa and in Texas. So I don't know, I connected with her on there and then she sent people over here. It was just awesome. So thank you, Megan and Helen, so much. Again, I'm sorry I could not keep my cool. I admire both of you and I love you so much. So thank you. And there you go. I hope I didn't lose anybody because I haven't shown stitching yet. So let's get right into it. Last video, I lied to you. I said I wasn't going to have any new starts this month. But in all fairness, you should know that when a stitcher says they're not going to have any new starts, in fact, the exact opposite will be true. So you kind of have yourself to blame for that. There were some new starts, but in my defense, there were also finishes of them. I'm going to show you my favorite. Okay, that was a dumb way to say that. I have a new ornament out. Yes, this is my design. Okay, the finish is kind of crooked. Helen would not be pleased. Just kidding, she doesn't care. But yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm like so excited about this. This design is the Jolly Ol Toadstool. It is my 6th free ornament design that I have released. You can download this for free on my Ko-fi. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. It is Ko-fi. I had to do a deep dive to make sure, but that's how they do it on their website. Anyway, Jolly Ol Toadstool. It is stitched in 11 DMC colors, and I stitched this on 16 count, picture this plus Woodland. And all DMCs. It's kind of a full 3D. Oh, and this fabric I love so much. I've used it on like 3 ornament finishes. Got it from Joann's. Rest in peace. Yeah, what else do I have to say about this? I guess the inspiration kind of came from that I love the whole toadstool aesthetic. And I wanted to do a toadstool with like little hollies for the spots, but I mean, you can't do red holly on a red mushroom. At least I can't. And I really wanted to do this like red and white. I don't know even what you call those, the little lines. I don't know the scientific name. But yeah, so I will link down where you can download this if you are still looking for another Christmas in July stitch. Got a week left. You could get this stitched in a week. Finish it. Pretty cool too. Oh, I love this finishing. Have I said everything about it? Oh, so that wasn't the original fabric choice that I had for it. Here's a peek into the creative process in designing and stitching your models. This was my original idea. This is 16 count, picture this plus Baroque. And I thought it would be perfect for a mushroom. It's very like naturey. The model is like green and kind of red hues, but it wasn't working for my vision. So this is 4 hours of stitching, gone to waste. I guess not waste because I figured out what I wanted. So I think that looks a lot better. Hope you like it too. But yeah, please, if you are going to stitch this, let me know. I've yet to see anyone stitch anything. They've been downloaded a lot, but I don't know. Cute, right? The tutorial that I use to follow this is a segue into my next presentation. This is the tutorial that I use. If you kind of recognize it, it is by Kathy from Hands On Design. I use her tutorial that she has on Patreon for a rocking horse ornament. I use that tutorial to finish my ornament. So that is my segue into saying that I have joined the Hands On Design Patreon for the first time. I haven't really gotten to the whole Patreon movement. This is my first time joining any Patreon. I'm very like cautious of where I like spend my money, and I want to know what I'm getting every time, whatever. But so with the Hands On Design Ornament Club this month, she did one last month. It was like the Merry Moments collection. I did not join. However, I have heard just like rave reviews on the Patreon, like the charts and the tutorials, the finishing like videos that Kathy does, and just the explanation. And I was really intrigued. And so this next collection that she has is called the Quilted Gingers. Here, I'll just show you what it is. Okay, so I don't have the full finishing of it yet, but I have the stitching done. So this is the single family Sawtooth. Is that what it's called? And I was just really interested in this one because actually I'm going to read. This is how prepared I am, you guys. This is just her like supply list that came with it, but I'm going to read you the little description that she put on top. It says, "Welcome to the Quilted Gingers, where texture and embellishment meet up in a quilt-themed whimsical neighborhood." That's just like sold. A whimsical neighborhood. I just love stitching houses. I love gingerbreads. And I feel like I've really kind of nailed basic ornament finishing. So I'm just really, at the start of the year, my goal was to improve upon kind of my embellishments in my ornaments. I have like the basics down. I can make a really good basic ornament, but I wanted to elevate it. So I thought taking her classes would be really helpful because she is so good at what she does. And this is only the first ornament, one of 3. And I have really been impressed by her Patreon. She does such detailed videos and demonstrations, and she doesn't do it all at once. She takes it like step by step. So it's really easy to follow, and I'm just loving it. And you can ask questions and like comments or anything, and like they're really good about replying to you. So clearly I have not fully finished it. I got to work on my mat boards and all my other little embellishments that will go on it. I'll put up a picture. But there's like these little tiny specialty stitches, these yellow ones. These little white ones are specialty. I don't know. I just think it's a really good way to elevate my skills. These are all called for DMCs, and it's not the called for fabric. I'm stitching it on this 16 count gingerbread from Picture This Plus. I brought out my whole thing so you could kind of see what it is. It's perfect for it. I mean, it's called gingerbread. But that is, see, I didn't even use that much of it. So there's 2 more ornaments that will be in the collection. And I did order the trims and doodads pack. I brought that to show you. From Lindy Stitches. Their shop put together all of the like backing fabric and embellishment stuff. And you can see like a preview of the next ornament. I'm not going to show you, but this is like beep. I don't know. You'll have to see. I think she did just put up a sneak peek. So I haven't even gotten this out because I didn't want to lose anything. But we'll do a quick showing. There's some like little pom-poms, ribbon, these little pins. Don't know what those are going to go to. Some felt. Gosh, this is hard to show. And then all this backing fabric. So I figured if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. Get all the doodads, make it exactly how she does it. You know, I'm not afraid to do my own thing, but for this, I wanted to do it the Kathy way. I don't know if that's a saying, but I'm going to make it a saying. Yeah, was that everything on my new starts? I think those are my 2 new starts, but also 2 finishes. So not even adding to my whip list, okay? Next, I guess I'll just get right into my finishes. Guys, I have so many finishes to show. It's so exciting. My first one I'm going to show you, I showed you the new start of it in my last video. This is Summer Berries from the Artsy Housewife. You can probably tell it's Artsy Housewife by the gorgeous border. I started this for the Strawberry Moon Sale last month, hosted and created by our Strawberry Queen, Marjorie Maid. And I finished it, so I'm very pleased. I think I'll just probably make it kind of a simple little pillow finish when I get to that. This is a free chart on Artsy Housewife Patreon. So go download it. Stitch it up. I love Artsy Housewife, but her charts are usually huge and a time commitment. So this is a small and it's perfect. If you love her designs but don't have the time just yet in your life to stitch those up. It's stitched on 16 count Picture This Plus cherub. And this is a DMC conversion that I found on an Instagram Yarn Hooked. I will correct myself if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe that's it. She stitched this and did a DMC conversion. I just took that. But it looks perfect, so there you go. I did a scavenger hunt with my son over the weekend, and one of the little pieces just like fell. You didn't need to know that, but all right, continuing on. In my next finish, I also showed the new start of this in my last video, and you get a finish today. This is the Flower Fairy from the Stitchy Princess. And as you can see here, I'll put a picture up over here so you can compare. This one, I did do my own little conversion and different thing that I wanted to do. I really wanted to just make her like a peppermint candy cane little fairy. So for here, I kind of added some glitter thread, probably just some petite treasure braid, and then I think that's what I did to her wand handle. And I added this cute little peppermint button that I got from 123 Stitch. Added some little beads right here. So yeah, just a cute other little ornament that I made for my 12 and 26 ornament stitch along that I do on Instagram. See, how's the light? Is it going down? I don't know. But yeah, please stick around. If you like ornaments, your girl does them all the time. I'll show a new ornament every single month. Yeah, I'm not sure how I will fully finish this. I mean, she's like an extravagant gal. I want to do something kind of fancy for her. So inspiration has not struck for the fully finish for this one yet. It's stitched on 16 count. Picture this plus serene. It's really, 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 really pale, like mint seafoamy green, almost white, almost. Yeah. I think I used a variegated DMC for like the little skirt area. And I think this is the green is called lettuce leaf from whoever. Sorry, I don't remember. Yeah, let's keep it rolling. Oh, I'm really excited about this next one. I have to make sure I have it the right way. I do. Okay. Oh, this is Swan Song, which is a collaboration from Dee's 20 Stitches and Uncanny Kari. And this was stitched on 16 count Aida string, 16 count. Picture this plus in Monet. And it calls for all dinky dye silks. However, the ones I use are like kind of this black. It's not really black. It's like a dark green, the lime green, and then the hot pink variegated are dinky dyes. This blue teal color is from Romy Creations. And then the red is just a classic Colorworks. I think it's Ruby Slipper. But yeah, I've been working on this one since my first Flosstube video. So exciting to have a fully finished one. This project made me realize that having a fill-in project is a good thing. You can just, when you need something to do, like in the park when you're watching your kids play, but you didn't want to stitch, just kind of do some fill-in. So I'm really into that. Not sure how I want to fully finish this either. Kind of just want to do like a frame type situation. Isn't that cool? Let me see it. Anything else about this one? I don't know. So I made it seem like I had a bunch of fully finishes. I don't. I had 3. But I can show you some of my whips now, right? Which I don't have too many. All right. My next one I'm going to show you. I wanted to have more progress on this, but I did. This is the Alice in Wonderland Stitch Along Sal from Living on the Rainbow. One of her kind of signature little books that she does with a whole bunch of pages. I've never done one of these before. We're going to see how it goes. So this is all full coverage. I'm an ornament girly. I'm not a full coverage girly. So this is kind of painstaking. Even though like I just said, oh, I like having a fill-in project. I don't know what it is about this one. The fill-in is not my favorite. Maybe it's the fabric. It's an 18 count, just white Aida. It's not Picture This Plus because it's like super stiff. I don't know. You can really tell. Just that like craft store white Aida. So I don't know. I'm not into that. But it's gonna look so good. It's gonna look so good. That's what I keep telling myself. I have most of the like stitched parts done, mostly just fill in. I have to finish kind of the book and the little kitty's face. And then there's some back stitching. And then when I'm done with this, I've got to grid the linen. If you're new here, I'm not a linen stitcher. My brain doesn't understand it. So I'm getting nervous about it because the pages are all linen. It'll be my first time stitching linen, but it's the designs themselves. Maybe I'll put up like an example right here. The little motifs are kind of spread out. So I feel like if I have a little bit of a counting error, it won't hurt that much, but it'll work my brain a bit because I don't get it. I get it in theory, but in practice, it's difficult. So next up, I have to grid the linen, and I got to stitch all the pages. I think she's up to like 5 or 6 different pages. There's Alice, White Rabbit, the Caterpillar, Cheshire Cat. There's a title page. I think those are all the released ones so far, so however many I just said. I think there's 10 pages total, aiming to finish it up in September. I won't be finishing it in September, but the more experienced people will be doing that. There's a shiny gold and a shiny red. There's not a little shiny red right there in the cards. Yeah, Living on the Rainbow. It'll be real cool when it's all done. Just got to get through it. Okay, my next work in progress that I have is something I show every time, but I work on it every month. So this is Whimsy Woodland Sampler from Marigold Needle. It is a pick your own colors type situation. It's stitched on a 16 count. If you've noticed, I've said picture this plus every time, but this is not picture this plus, so I always forget it. Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz from Fiber on a Whim. It's gonna look good. So I think new this month I have this little motif, and I probably finished the tree on this side. Started to do kind of the bottom over there. I sectioned the chart off to be able to finish it within a year, so I did like 12 different sections. I'm really enjoying stitching on this. This is my first kind of, it's not monochromatic because there's 2 colors, but overall monochromatic piece where you just take it kind of stitch by stitch. And this floss is from, I have to bring it every time to show you because it's so cool. Night Stalker's Calling and Bonnie Lass. It is so cool. It's such a good green, like nature green, because there's like browns and these dark navy blues, and it's pretty green. And then, oh no, what did I do with my pink? It flew. I don't keep my stuff in floss drops or on bobbins. They're just in little plastic baggies. So this is my coral peach color. It is Pirate Robin in Malibu. Oh goodness, that's embarrassing probably. I'm not embarrassed, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I really am just, it's such a nice stitch. And there you go. Progress on that. What else do we have? Okay. I know what I'm going to show you next. So July is Jolly July, Christmas and July stitching. I do Christmas stitching all year long, so it's not really that special for me, but I thought I would show you probably one of the coolest Christmas pieces that you've ever seen. I'm not being humble at all. It's really cool. This is the section of the video where I show you something from around my house, around the house stitching. All right, are you ready for this? I'll blow your mind. There's that glare. This is Noah's Christmas Ark by Plum Street Samplers. Told you it's cool. Where do I begin? I wrote some notes about it, if you don't mind. Okay, so the charts themselves are all separate charts. Each chart comes with 2 animals, 4 animals, I guess, because it's Noah's Ark. So it was 7, I have to look at my notes, 7 parts, 2 animals each. And yeah, okay. I saw this design like almost 10 years ago in 2018 at the Midwest Cross Stitchers retreat. Only retreat I've ever been to. Basically, when I first started cross stitching, I was a newbie. So, but somebody there was stitching this and I just like fell in love. It was so cool. I had to do it. I started this in 2018 and then I fully finished it in 2020. My initials down there, because I started it with my maiden name and then I finished it in 2020 is when I got married. So I put my new initial there. What else? In the middle of me stitching this, Plum Street released 2 additional charts after I had like already planned this out. So I did omit the parrots and hyenas in replace of these cute llamas and these little, I call them lovebirds. I don't know if that's what they really are. But it was already pretty bird heavy, so I didn't think I needed the parrots. This is stitched on a 16 count Aida, which I dyed myself. Back in the day, I had all the time in the world to dye my own fabric. My mic died when I was in the middle of showing this, so there might be an awkward edit. I don't know, but I think I was about done anyway. I think I was saying all called for fancy flosses, because when you do something this gorgeous, you gotta go for it. Do all the fancies. And yeah, she's cool. Did I hype it up too much? I don't know. Really, it's just like 12 smalls into one giant one. Whatever, I love her. She stays up all year long. So it's not just a Christmas piece, it stays up all year long. Because I'm so proud of it. This was back when I could do larger projects. So yeah, there you have it. All right, I did do Midsummer Stitch for the first time, hosted by Lindy Stitches. I probably, as predicted, didn't get as much out of it as maybe some other people would have with 2 little kids here at the home. So I didn't get to really participate fully, I feel like. I caught the Jet X Stitch live, and I caught Megan, Wide-Eyed Stitcher's Flosstube live. I really wanted to watch hers because she's amazing. And I'll probably watch the recordings of it later. So yeah, I just didn't get out, I don't want to say I didn't get anything out of it. That sounds bad. I wasn't able to fully participate as I wish I could have. I probably will maybe do the Jingle Ball, just because every year I get jealous of the ornament designs that were released that I want. I just want all the ornament charts, okay? So I might do that. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back in August. I am taking a day off for my firstborn's first day of kindergarten. So I'm taking that day off. I plan to record then, so I may be an emotional wreck next time you see me. So just be prepared. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it and hope you have a good day. Ta-ta.